Hello everyone and welcome to Simplex Cuisine. My name is Harper, if did not know, and today I am continuing my cooking for the first time, insert the dish experience video series thing that I'm doing right now. And today I am going to cook or try to cook chicken a la king. I will be documenting my successes and failures. At the end of this video I want to see if I made it correctly, if it tastes good, if it looks correct, and at the end of the day if it looks really bad but it tastes really good, I'll take it as a win. But with that, let's begin. So here are the ingredients, and as you can see, if you have seen the recipe, also I should say, the recipe I'm using is from Byron Talbot. I love him, he's a YouTuber, he's a cook and all that kind of stuff like that. More or less, I used his recipe, and I actually had to go through the video and write it down myself because he didn't have an actual recipe on his website or anything like that. So more or less, I am not improvising, but if something goes wrong, it's probably because I wrote it down and it was a really long time ago and blah 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 blah. Also, I cut down the recipe by half every single amount because I don't really want to have 2 servings. And finally, last but not least, much like elementary teachers, today we're going to have a word of the day, and that word is going to be compromise or replacements. I did not have sherry, number 1. This is red wine, but it's a good replacement, so that's okay. I did not have thyme, so I have rosemary, and I did not have scallions, so I'm using leeks. So yeah. Also, fun fact, I haven't actually read this recipe since I wrote it down, so that's gonna be fun. So more or less, on medium to low heat, or yep, I'm just gonna say that, we need some oil. And we're actually gonna let that, heat up for a couple of seconds, just so it, doesn't do something. So more or less, it says you're supposed to add the mushrooms, the garlic, and the thyme, aka rosemary. I'm just gonna have it, let's say, to there. Oil, that looks like enough. Okay, so first things first is our mushrooms. And there we go. They're a little bit cut, a little bit big, because that's a word. They're a little bit cut, a little bit big. English, yep. Okay, so put those in, and then also the clove of garlic and the thyme, the rosemary, whatever this is. Also add the butter. So it's supposed to be diced butter, but oops. Oh well, at least it's butter. So we're just gonna let that infuse nicely and then cook for 3 to 4 minutes. So I can't count on my head correctly, so we're just gonna put a timer on. It smells nice at least. It's always nice when the food that you're cooking smells good. It's always a good sign that at least you'll get something from the dish. Here's some salt. Just gonna let that cook. The best smells in the world is probably butter with garlic. It just smells so delicious for some reason. Comment below if you agree. I usually listen to a book on tape while I cook food, so it's kind of weird just cooking in absolute silence sometimes. I mean, it's not really that weird because, I make so many videos where I have to do this, where I'm live cooking, but it's still a little bit strange to me sometimes. So the mushrooms are, slowly starting to be cooked, so they're softening up, which is a good sign. Okay, there's a minute left, so the mushrooms are definitely nice and almost cooked all the way, which is really good. They shouldn't be all the way cooked, or else they're gonna be kind of soggy, so this is a really, really good time and a nice place to do it, which is probably why he put it there, Professional chef versus adequate cook. There we go. Okay. Nope. Now we put in the chicken and 4 minutes. So it's been around 2 minutes or so, and as you can see, the chicken breasts are pretty, not cooked of course, but they aren't raw anymore, which is a good sign. And yeah, they look pretty nice. So the good thing about this recipe is that it's really easy. It's kind of like a fail-safe recipe. It's really hard to, hopefully it's really hard to mess it up. So I have a lot of high hopes that I will not mess up this recipe. Also, I'm really hungry, so I hope it tastes good because I am starving. And then the next step is to put the flour in. I apologize if you can't really hear me, just the whole cooking noises and all that. But yeah, hopefully I can yell loud enough. I'm right next to the mic, so hopefully you can hear me or else I'm in trouble. So we pour in the flour. So what? lot of flour. I'm just saying. So, and then after pouring the flour, we coat everything evenly. It smells really good. Okay, so now we have to deglaze the pan. Deglaze the pan with the wine. We are cooking out all the alcohol, so I shouldn't be, in trouble for this. And it should smell sweet when it's all cooked out. It smells a little pungent still. There it is. Okay, it smells sweet now. We submerge in milk. You mix it all around. And now we have to let it simmer and thicken up for around 3 or 4 minutes. I'm also going to heat up the griddle so I can toast my bread. I probably should take out this garlic. I'm not really sure what to do with the garlic. I'll just leave it in there for a couple more minutes. So as you can see, it is like thickening up a little bit, which is a really good sign. Everything is cooked by now, I think. The mushrooms feel like it's cooked. The chicken feels like it's cooked. So I'm also gonna put a slice of sourdough bread for the second time. I probably should have done this earlier because this chicken a la king is gonna be done in the next couple of seconds. But I'm actually gonna let it cool down a little bit. I don't really like steaming hot food, and let this toast up. So yeah. So for the last couple of seconds of this cooking, I'm just going to put it on a little higher heat, a tiny bit higher heat, of course. Oh, there goes the alarm. Okay, actually by now it's kind of burning a little bit, so I'm actually gonna stop. And so yeah, it looks like this now. So it looks pretty awesome, looks pretty nice. I seasoned it a little bit more with some salt. I'm just gonna let this cool down a little bit, maybe cook a little bit more, thicken up a tiny bit more. The heat is off now, and it's literally just like cooking its own juices at this point. And that's really just because I want the toast to cook all the way. I'm gonna still let that little piece of garlic stay in there for a while. At this point, I have to do something really, really dumb to mess this thing up. Okay, so it's almost done. That's good. Hot, 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 hot. Ow. Okay, that was not a good idea. Let's see, I'm just gonna do it like this. Hopefully that looks nice. Oh gosh, the garlic's still in there. Okay, I'll just pick it out later. Let's see. Hopefully you can still see this, because I don't know what I'm doing. Tra-la-la-la. Okay, and then, apologies for the view. Shoot, okay. So there we go. That looks a little bit, I need to clean that up just a second. Some beautiful garnish. That did not look good. Just a minute, I'm gonna take this one off because that looks kind of weird. So there it is. It looks pretty nice, I'm pretty proud of it. It looks cute at least. It looks a little bit rustic in that way. It doesn't look, fine dining. Or maybe it is fine dining. I'm not really sure. So here is the chicken a la king, and it's getting a little soggy because of all the sauce, so I probably should eat it now. So here's the first bite. Oh, okay. Forgot about the garlic. Put it back so many times and I finally ate it. The sauce is really good. Like, it's not alcoholic, of course, because, we did cook off all the alcohol, but it gives it a certain, interesting, unique taste, which I really like. I put some salt on this before I finished up the cooking, which helped a lot, so I'm very happy about that. As a whole, this dish is really, really good. It's very earthy, not like very earthy, but it's slightly earthy because of the mushrooms. So if you're not a big fan of that kind of rustic dishes, you probably won't like this dish a lot, but I have chicken stuck in my teeth. But after that, it tastes really good. The cream sauce is a really nice, elegant gravy. It tastes really good. The salt really helped a lot, and even the leeks really helped, cut through the flavors a little bit. So I like it, and special thanks to Byron Talbot for making this dish and inspiring me to make it because it tastes really, really good. So as a whole, did I make this dish correctly? It doesn't look as cute as Byron Talbot's dish, probably because of the red wine made the dish itself look way darker. But as a whole, I really like it, and I definitely think that people should try it out. It's very easy, it's very simple, and it's really delicious, and I think it'd be a great dish for anybody. So of course, if you want to see the recipe, it will be, there will be a link down below if you want to check it out. Just check it out there. Yep. But with that, I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you next time, and as usual, goodbye. I need a fork and knife. This is probably isn't really proper just eating with your hands, but I don't really care.